back, by the way.
Okay, I'm back.
No worries.
I haven't looked at the Instagram views. Is it a lot more? I mean, we have more friends that follow us on Instagram, which I'm sure helps.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know. I haven't looked at the viewership of
I
it. I know our likes aren't great on that, but that's okay, I guess. We're
it's kind of similar.
Yeah, I know. I just thought this would be. I thought we'd get a lot more traction from these things.
I think we just need, honestly, the things that have done the best are the things that piss people off.
Yeah, yeah, I agree too. I agree. Oh, Ethan's already
So
in, locked in. I think we're starting to get. I mean, yeah, I bet Ethan has notifications because I haven't said anything. I did say it was going to be at 5 today, but I know Peyton has notifications, so we have some strong followings.
love it.
All right, let's
The comments are what would keep this train moving.
yeah, so it keeps us going. Um,
I've got my list of stuff. I've got a couple from Wyatt, and then I'll just have DraftKings up. Search
yeah.
for some fun stuff.
Oh, dang it.
But
No, it's trivial. I went to go put on the story that we're live, and it's still the old description, so I caught myself. Super Bowl 59. Prop plus a small. We're still good on a small recap of the trade deadline.
yeah,
Uh,
let me make sure that I didn't miss anything. I mean, Butler was the big thing, right?
yeah, that was last night. The
DeAndre
Zards
Hunter.
Zards have a freaking roster, man.
Zard's been wheeling and dealing.
Mm-hmm. I freaking love it.
Mark Williams.
Mark
I
Williams.
love it
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Need
yeah, we'll get into all of it.
all the picks and young guys.
All right. Noti Gang. Yeah, ET's part of the Noti
But the
Gang.
wise man,
Love it.
got traded.
Wiseman got traded? I didn't see that one. From the
Yeah,
Pacers? Or was he on?
Pacers to the Raptors.
Nice. Nice. All right. Um,
Dave.
yeah, I'm sure there's actually some small ones that I don't know about. Let's see. 'Cause I was doing some props during the deadline. All right. Let's get this. Let me post now that the description's ready. Get locked in. Um, and then we'll get started.
Wait,
What are we doing? Let me pull up FanDuel again, and then get this show on the road. You ready?
yep.
All right, let's get started in
Trying to
three.
figure out who this guy is with the Wizards.
Which one?
Other friend. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Saidi Sissoko.
Oh yeah. The guy from like the Kings, and he was on the Spurs. Yeah, I don't know. I just know he's young
He was
and
on the Spurs, and
French.
then he got traded for the Kings for like 12 hours.
Yeah.
And now he's rerouted to Washington. Oh, and they released him. Never mind. What the fuck?
All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, let's get started in three, two, and one. Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys Podcast. I'm your host, Brady Fitzgerald, joined as always by my co-host, Chris Hagan.
How you guys doing?
Doing fantastic, Chris. This is one of my favorite pods of the year. Not only is it Super Bowl props, but I get some NBA trade at the end too. I get to sneak in the NBA at the end. Man, I can't wait. We got a lot to break down. First of all, we're doing Super Bowl props for the first 75% of this podcast. Where this is where we make money. Last Super Bowl of the year, Chris was talking about. We posted on our Instagram a clip of being positive when going into the Super Bowl and going in without hatred and going in with trying to enjoy some football. And this is how you do it. You put a lot of props down. You try to make some money, and you look for some of the things that you don't hate, and you just try to make some money. So that's what we're
The
here to
best
do.
way to enjoy the Super Bowl is to convince yourself that every single bet you make is going to hit.
Exactly.
That's the
And
most fun part of the game.
it's the most fun part of the game, and you just got to remind yourself going in. There's like, I don't care if you're in a program. It's the last football game of the year, man. Better put some cheddar on this. Anyways, let's get right into it. Do you want to? I mean, you want to start with the coin toss? Starting at the stop. We starting at the beginning.
You have a pick for the coin toss?
It's
I didn't
tails.
write one down. I mean, I'm a tails guy. But...
I'm a tails guy. Tails guy. I didn't look at any.
I took a Super Bowl quiz on The Athletic. I think yesterday. I saw it and I was just like, yeah, this could be interesting. And one of the questions was what has won more often in Super Bowls, and tails has the edge by like 4.
Yeah, tails never fails.
Going purely off history, go with tails. If you think that we'll regress
to the mean,
what is it? The law of large numbers. Yeah. Then I choose heads.
Yeah,
doesn't actually matter. It's a chance regardless.
Yes, I was gonna say you get even odds no matter what. So definitely. I mean, I like tails never fails. I just like riding tails. I like riding the saying. Just something fun to watch. Just wanted to throw it on there. Do you have anything for the national anthem while we're at the beginning?
I don't. Wait. Who's the national anthem again?
So I didn't have that. Well, that stinks. I didn't have a lot for national anthem either. So the national anthem is not on FanDuel in Maryland. That's why.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I'm like looking at all these props. It's John.
I didn't see it on DraftKings.
Do you know how to pronounce his last name? John Battisti. Sounds like the wrestler John Batista, but it's not John Batista. It's from what I've heard though, he goes long. Apparently,
John Batiste. Well, but the odds makers account.
Yes, and I don't know. I think it's 2 minutes. That's what it normally is. Let me see if it's if the price.
Yeah, I mean, didn't everyone think Chris Stapleton was going to go over, and then he didn't?
No, he went over. He went over by 2 seconds. Overs hit in the past 4 years. Okay. Past 4 years, overs hit.
Really?
Last under was Demi Lovato on Super Bowl 54.
Interesting.
Yeah. So this guy. Yeah. Remember last year it was huge because Reba McEntire was doing it, and the line was not 2 minutes for once. For like for not for once, but it was a minute and a half, and she went over. I think it's 2 minutes, and he's a very like when people have been looking at it in the past, he's very musical. How do you say that? Musical? Musical? Yeah, but like, okay, yeah, it's musical. I guess I can't just pronounce words. But very instrumental. That's what I'm trying to look for. That's the word I'm looking for. Instrumental. Okay. And so that is why people think he's going to go over here. That's all I got on it, though. Because they didn't have it on FanDuel, so I wasn't able to look.
It kind of sounds like it's the Army-Navy under. Like, if we're hitting these overs every year, we might as well just keep taking it, right?
Yeah, keep riding the over. I think you're right. You got to go until it fails. Mike saying in the anthem, over's free for the national anthem. So we got support here. All right. So now we have those out of the way. Do you have any other that are not related to the game?
No, all the ones that I have written down are football related.
Yeah, same here. I didn't get any halftime stuff because that's again not on FanDuel
as we go. But
it
If anything
halftime
pops
stuff
up, I will check it
again.
out.
Not on Maryland. Doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why they don't have it. Um, I guess it's
Why
on all
not?
the illegal stuff, but I don't know what like I hate the halftime stuff anyways. Like I don't know how many times they're gonna play Not Like Us. I don't know what they're gonna do. Like this is I feel like it's so like there's so many people who could have inside information on this that it's just so
I
screwed either
know.
way. Like some people try to guess
Yeah,
which
I don't
song
think
is first. It's like I don't dude, I'm not doing like what are we doing here?
I don't have any of that on DraftKings.
Yeah, I don't think for some reason you could do it in Maryland. It's strange. Um
Hmm.
Mike's saying though, just to get the let's get the props in the comments here too. Squabble up, first song, book it, put it in there. Kendrick Lamar. All right, I don't
But
hate
yeah,
that.
we
I
need
think
odds
that's
on that. What are the odds?
yeah, Mike. Can you send the odds if you have them up? Um, oh, we'll get to Gatorade. The Gatorade, I have Ethan's
That's for
commented about it.
last.
Yeah, we'll save that for last. Um, all right, let's go to the game then. Let's get right into it. I think. Do you have a favorite prop?
Like an even odds one or just anything.
Just a yeah, any favorite prop.
I like Barkley to rush for 150 yards at plus 330.
That's that's good
I
odds.
think those are pretty decent
Yeah,
odds.
that's pretty good.
Uh, and I kind of feel like a square just going all in on Saquon props.
Yeah,
Uh, but that feels like how this game is going to go. Like we talked about the run defense issues on Tuesday, and like he's the face of this team. He's going to get the ball a lot, and like there's no way he doesn't have a big game, right?
I don't think so. I think it's almost to the point though where like it's so unsexy that it scares me. It's so
Mm-hmm.
everyone is so in on it that it scares me. But that being said, everyone's in on it for a reason, and Saquon Barkley has dominated these playoffs and dominated every touch that he's gotten. So I can't I wouldn't want to be the guy. I wouldn't even want to be the guy bucking the trend here. And I think plus 150 yards would be
Well,
it's
that's why
fun.
like if I'm going to go over, I want to go like over.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why I choose that lineup.
No, I like that, and I think um. So when looking at that with this big Saquon stuff, I guess we can get into we can do the MVP actually later. So okay we'll can what I'm about to say. Um, I think my favorite uh my favorite special. I have a special that I have as my favorite, and it's a FanDuel special. So I don't know if you can get it everywhere, but you can definitely parlay it and make it the same. It's Travis Kelce and Dallas Goedert to get 100 receiving yards combined and 2 touchdowns combined. It's plus 500. Dallas Goedert's line itself is 49.5. Travis Kelce's line, I think, is 37 something. No, it's 60. So you're getting both those combined less, and you just need 2 touchdowns from them. One from each.
The touchdowns is what scares me.
That's true, but my counter to that is Travis Kelce or Dallas Goedert could have two. Either one of them could have two.
Definitely could. And
And
Dallas Goddard had 2 touchdowns, or said 3 touchdowns this season, including playoffs.
okay, so you're looking for two Travis Kelce touchdowns, but um, I like it though. You're basically betting on an alt Travis Kelce over 2 touchdowns for Travis Kelce and a normal Dallas Goedert over. So I don't hate it.
I feel like that would be better. Dallas Goddard has 24 touchdowns in 7 years.
All right, well you're picking apart my special here. Um,
I'm sorry.
that's okay. That's okay.
I was
I
curious
know.
what the numbers said, and
I
the
like.
numbers aren't a
Hey,
fan.
I like, and I get what you're saying, especially in the red zone. They don't pass. They don't even look like you can't even say like he's a big red zone target because they don't pass in the red zone. So it would have to be like a 35-yard plus touchdown almost because you're not going to throw it to him in the goal line or in the 20-yard line. They're just going to run the ball. So yeah, that's why it's plus 500, I guess, because everything else seems pretty easy besides the 2 touchdowns. So That's kind of what you're going for here. And if you think a big Travis Kelce game's coming, that that's a good special for you to have.
I did write down Kelsey 60 plus. I just like he averages 88 yards in Super Bowls, and his line's not even close to that.
Travis?
It doesn't make any sense to me. Yes.
Yeah, it's because it's because he got locked up last game, and they have to account for that, I guess, on the odds wise.
Yes.
But maybe as a key gambler, you want to take that and be like they're over exaggerating these lines, and take the over on those.
Well, I mean, the week before he had 117 yards.
Yeah, and yeah, so it's like you, it's what we said in the preview. It's like Travis Kelce could have. I mean, you could lock him in for it could be 3rd and 4, and he's just grabbing all these 3rd and 4 catches, and all of a sudden he has 100 yards. I'm looking at the comments real quick. ET's lock for the Super Bowl has Saquon Barkley first half touchdown plus Hurts and Mahomes over fourth quarter rushing yards. What is the fourth? Can you, Ethan, come back with the fourth quarter rushing yards? What the number is? Because I'd like to know what the number is, and I do like that though. And then he also has Hollywood Brown over all of his stuff. Longest rec.
Okay.
All right, I'm not doing this Hollywood Brown stuff. I don't know. I think that's a Ravens like just love coming back in, but I'm not doing this Hollywood Brown stuff. But speaking of a Chiefs wide receiver, I'm going to go with DeAndre Hopkins. 2 catches.
Yep.
2 catches plus
Okay.
122. Love it. Love it.
Okay. I think he was plus 500 to score a touchdown too.
Yes.
Interested in that.
Plus 650, baby, on FanDuel. I already got it written down.
650. Nice.
Yep.
So I got some picks sent in from Wyatt, who we were going to have on the show, and then things didn't work out. But he sent in D-Hop over 11.5 yards.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
11.
I like that too. Speaking of 11.5 yards, Noah Gray, 11.5 receiving yards.
Yeah.
Love
I
that
love
prop. I almost like his alternate. I don't know what his alternates are, but if there's a 20-yard one, let me see. 25. See, if there was a 20-yard one, I would have taken it. 25 plus 300 is still nice, but I don't like the 5
all
extra
no
yards.
gray lines is like degenerate behavior.
It's the Super Bowl, baby. We're scraping at the bottom of the barrel here.
That's true. I don't hate the 11 yards if that's what the line is.
No, it's 11.5. I love it. I think
it's
he gets.
crazy that Hopkins line is that low. I guess it's been looking at the stats. It's been 3 games in a row that he hasn't
done
done
anything.
that.
Yeah. But that's maybe it's a bad theory. Maybe it's a bad
Stop
theory.
looking at numbers. Just go on vibes.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of Chiefs Chiefs overs as well. I actually sneaky like Kareem Hunt over 43.5 -1. It's even odds -110.
Why is that?
Because they don't have like their version of the tush push is just Kareem Hunt up the middle, and it's not as effective. Like, I'm not saying that that's why it's their tush push. It's because they don't use the tush push, and I think they're going to have to run the ball. I think they're going to have to control. They're going to want to control the football as much as they possibly can. I think Kareem Hunt gets a lot of yards, and I think the reason why I don't like Pacheco, is because Pacheco is just small, and all their D tackles are massive, and Kareem Hunt is like a big bowling ball. So I would much rather him get more carries than Pacheco in this game.
I can see that. I love that analysis of just like he's too small.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, all the defensive guys on the Eagles are going to swallow him up.
Or Davis.
Yeah, exactly.
What happened to Pacheco this year, though?
He got injured, and then
like I know he's injured for a while, but
it seems like they could never get him back into the system. Yeah, he hasn't been able to get back into the system afterwards. And their rushing attack has not been good all year. So that's also been an issue. It's just like something about the Super Bowl. And I know we talked about Miles Smiles in the last Super Bowl that the Eagles played in, had like 28 yards and a fumble. So it is possible to have 16 carries and under 50 yards, but it's the Chiefs, Kareem Hunt. I could see him getting 50.
Okay. I don't hate that.
Ethan loves these first quarter ones. Hurts under first quarter, under 41.5 first quarter passing yards. I actually do like that. But I don't like the
I
first
like
quarter
that
stuff.
too.
I just don't want to mess with it.
It's too quick for me.
Yeah,
I
I
like
don't want
game
to mess
long.
with it. Yeah, I don't.
I will say for Hertz, I had the whole game total, the under, which is 213.5.
Okay.
And I under on that, which seems pretty low, but when you look at his numbers, he's got like a couple outliers where he throws for 250, 290, but a lot of these games, like he's not even hitting 200.
And everyone thinks, I
And if
mean,
I'm right about Saquon, then he's not getting 200.
yeah, I agree with that. And I think that they want it to be in a perfect world. I think for the Eagles win this and Saquon Barkley gets the MVP because of how they won the game.
Right.
And that, I mean, and maybe that sounds a stupid statement to say it out loud, like, but that's what they want to do. They want to run the football, and
Yeah.
they are going to only use Jalen Hurts if they need to use Jalen Hurts. And
Yep.
I think that under is a good a good line. I wanted to go with Jalen Hurts. I wanted to go 2 touchdowns anytime, plus 550. He had 3 against the Commanders. He has 1 in every game this
Pushes.
season. And it doesn't even have to be a tush push. I mean, it could be a tush push. It could be a little.
Yeah,
It could
that's
be a little
true.
bit of scramble. Um, I think he gets. I think he can get 2 touchdowns easily. I also think Saquon can get 2 touchdowns easily. Um, I wonder if there's a combined like 4+ between the two. That would be a fun bet. There's probably is one out there, but a combined. Oh wait, there's a touchdown specials here. Give me 1 second, and I'll try to find it. But keep going while I'm finding that.
Uh, yeah, I was just looking at Hertz's numbers, and he also, I'm trying to find his completion line because he's under 20 in almost every single game. Wyatt
Hurts'
also
completion line.
has, while we're talking about Hertz, he has no interceptions at minus 150 because he hasn't thrown one in his last 9 games.
Speaking of interceptions, great. These are great. These are awesome. Speaking of interceptions, first, this is on ESPN. I couldn't find it on FanDuel. So if you're if you're a legal bettor, you got to find it on ESPN. First method of turnover, not including turnover on downs. Uh, Fumble is plus 138, or 135. Plus money for a fumble. It might sound stupid. It's so much easier to get an interception. These quarterbacks don't throw interceptions. If they're going to turn over the ball, it's going to be a Mahomes fumble like we saw last week, a Jalen Hurts fumble like we saw in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, 3 years ago, or etc. It's going to be a fumble. Um, love the plus money for a
What are
fumble.
the odds?
Plus 135.
And that's first turnover?
First turnover, fumble.
I mean, it might only be one.
Exactly. It might only be one.
What's the neither? Is there a neither line?
I didn't see one. There might have been a no turnover bet though that I didn't see.
Let me try to dig that one up because I wouldn't hate that.
While
the
you're
Eagles
digging,
just don't turn the ball over.
yeah, no, and the Chiefs don't either.
Would this be a novelty props or?
Yeah, see, that's the other thing about legal gambling. It's like all these things are so hard that I don't know what's what.
I know.
Um,
So Leaf Liquor is minus 330. Oh, that's no. Never mind.
okay,
No is
yeah.
for some reason. I was like, wait, what?
I was like, they know
Is
something.
there
I was
something
like,
we're
they
missing
have to
here?
know. Yeah, they have to know something.
What was I looking up? Oh,
You were looking
no
up no
turnovers.
turnovers. So while you're looking that
I
up,
don't
I got
know where that would be.
2+ money ones that I like a lot. Total fourth down conversions over 2.5 is plus 115. This could go over in 2 drives by both teams. Like this, it could go.
Wait, what is it? 2-point
It's
conversions?
no over in fourth down conversions, 2.5.
Oh, 4th down conversions.
The NFL just doesn't want to
Oh,
punt
yeah.
anymore. They don't
Oh,
punt
yeah.
anymore. So fourth downs, any fourth down bet you can find, I think you should take. There's not a lot of them out there, but there's I saw one. It was like if you could have, um, will a team complete a fourth down in their own territory? That was like minus 115. I would take that too. Um, these fourth downs the fourth down is like an epidemic here in the NFL, and all these teams are just addicted to going for it on fourth down. And
Well,
you
but both
did,
these teams get it.
yes, and both these teams get it. The brother of this, you mentioned 2 points earlier. A successful 2-point in this game is plus 180. I like it. The Eagles get stupid and go for it for no reason. Yeah.
Sometimes they don't get it.
No, that doesn't mean they get it, but if they do it, the Chiefs will do it, and one of the two will get one. It'll be
That's
just a
fair.
2-point fest.
I don't
Eventually.
hate that.
I just like the plus
I
odds for
cannot
it.
find no turnovers.
Oh, it's got to be on there.
You want to hear? A great one
Mm-hmm.
is Super Bowl specials. This one's titled "Birthday Boy."
Oh
And
boy.
it's Saquon Barkley to score 5 touchdowns at plus 15,000.
5 touchdowns. I saw FanDuel at 4 for 9,000. That's a lot of touchdowns.
So if you really want to hammer Saquon, there is a market for that. I also like there's one that's Saquon 10 yards every quarter, which is like minus 150. I like that one.
Now those ones are tough. I got screwed with one of those
special.
earlier this year, which is why I don't like them. But
Yeah,
that's just
no,
a
I did
personal
too.
vendetta. We have some more comments.
It wasn't with Barkley. It was like Najee Harris.
Yeah, mine wasn't with Barkley either. Mahomes rushing in the fourth quarter is 4.5, and Hurts is 6.5 in the fourth quarter. I love the Mahomes one. I don't know about the Hurts one because if they're winning the game, he's not going to run. Mike bets
unless there's like a big third down that they have to get.
That's true.
They might run.
Mike just bet Saquon over 24.5 longest rush, and Goddard over 19.5 longest catch, and Hurts rushing touchdown for plus 600. I like that. It's a good little parlay.
I feel like the Barkley longest rush, is that line?
Yeah, is that an alternate?
Down?
He might have shaved it down.
I feel like that's like a 50-yard run every week. I
thought it was like 36 or something when I saw it, but let me look. Longest rush attempt. Yeah, no, it's 21.5. It's the FanDuel line is. Oh no, that's rush attempts. Longest rush. Yeah, 23.5. No, so Mike's got it. Mike's got it locked in. I like that mini parlay. I like that a lot.
Middle turnovers you can bet under 2.5 for minus 185. But I want even lower.
Minus half. That's what I want.
Lower than that. This is the one. These are the ones that never hit, that always seem so free. Each team to score 1 touchdown and 1 field goal in each half. It's plus 1,100.
Yeah, not happening. Yeah,
seems so free. It's never. They never hit. It's
that's
never hit actually ever in a game.
I think. Speaking of things that never hit, love me an octopus this game because we already talked about the 2 points. Octopus itself is plus 1,040.
Hurts.
Could be Hurts. Could be Saquon. Could be Travis Kelce. Could be even Mahomes if it's really something crazy. I like the octopus odds. It's just something fun to bet on. For some reason, people only care about the octopus on the Super Bowl, just because I guess we're running out of things to talk about. But love me an octopus bet. Defensively,
cannot for the life of me. I can't find
the turnovers.
Yes. All I see is under 2.5.
What about you like Jalen Carter? Jalen Carter to get a sack is plus money, plus 116. He's gonna be lined up against who is the Chiefs left guard? Do we even know who it is?
Ray Smith.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think that means he's.
Right guard though.
One of their guards is very bad. I know that because they had to move Joe Thuney to
not
tackle.
Trey Smith.
Yeah, Trey Smith is good. They have some other guy that's not good, and if Jalen Carter gets on him, he's going to bully him, and Mahomes is going to get sacked. I think that there's a scary, to get to more of game analysis, there's a scary aspect for the Chiefs fans where we're coming into this kind of just pushing past their offensive line, and their center's good. They have a good tackle, but they're missing some holes there, and there's a really good defensive line that they're facing against. And
Yep.
I wonder if we'll see a Tampa Bay type game where Mahomes is running for his life and trying to make all these plays happen,
Possible.
and
I actually
just
don't hate that because
can't come short.
he's given up they've given up 5 sacks so far in the playoffs. So I kind of like the sacks. It's funny because last year I didn't like the sacks.
No, and it made sense. He was scrambling out of all the sacks. He didn't get their line was much better last year, and that's kind of the one thing that they've been able to work around the fringes. And they have a franchise center. They have a good left tackle, but he should be a guard. And they have a couple good pieces on the line. They just don't have a complete unit that we've seen in the past Super Bowl runs that they've dominated in, or not dominated in, but won in. Um, Speaking of not dominating, Eagles halftime money line, Chiefs Super Bowl full time might have to be the play. It's just like a hedge your feelings play.
Yeah.
Um,
Wyatt also gave out Eagles first half winner as one of his picks.
I like the Eagles first half winner.
All of
I mentioned last episode the Chiefs have been down every Super Bowl they've won by 10 points at halftime.
Yep. There is a bet for any team or the winning team to trail by 10 points in the game. It's like
I like that.
Something.
Yeah, I like that.
That's on DraftKings.
There's a lot of stuff with Xavier Worthy I like as well. We haven't really gotten to him. I think that there's a bet out there. I think it's Xavier Worthy to get over 18.5 miles per hour. Love that.
I saw fastest runner.
Yeah, I think
him or Barkley.
Yep, I like him for fastest runner. I think the way they do the math and do like the Amazon shit, he's just faster. Like he's just faster than Saquon Barkley is. And, of course Saquon could get a run and get faster than him, but if you get Worthy in open space for 10 seconds, he can break that speed faster than him. So I like him. I don't know what. So the Chiefs, though, it's funny. They had no wide receivers, and now they kind of have too many, like to try to bet on them. Like I don't really like his yards, but I would like an alt yard. I would like his receptions. I'd like his longest reception, 19.5. I like that for Worthy. That could be like a run too. I don't know. It's tough to bet with these Chiefs wide receivers. It's why Travis Kelce's going to get 200 yards or whatever the hell he's going to end up with. And then the other side, what do you do with the Eagles wide receivers? I mean, it's so hard to figure out. Mike, if you're in the comments, I'd love to see your takes on the Eagles wide receivers here. But I don't know. I don't know what to do here with them. Both teams that have a lead in the fourth. Both teams that have a lead in the fourth plus 275 might give out. It could be fun. So basically, you're just saying that they're tight
He's
game.
All in on the fourth quarter.
Yeah, there's been a lot. I think that's Ethan on the fourth quarter. Yeah, Ethan's on the fourth quarter rushing. Mike's on the fourth quarter score. Mike Caliendo is the guy, the left guard that we're talking about for the Chiefs. Thank you, Mike. And then he said Carter's going to eat his lunch. So, bam, plus money. Give him a sack. Love that.
I like that. Definitely like that.
Thomas asks, do the Eagles need to win first half to win the second half, or would they be able to come back after a deficit? It's a good question. Have we seen the Eagle? I mean, this is something I probably should have looked up.
They're not in a deep hole.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if they could come back from a 10-point lead in a Super Bowl, but have we seen the Eagles come from? I wish this question was pros beforehand, so I could do some research on this. But do we know if the Eagles have come back this year from a game?
I'll look it up.
All right, you look that up. I'm gonna discuss some other things, so we're not sitting here on some.
I feel like
some time. That's what I never. You haven't seen of like the Eagles comeback game. It wasn't on social media. It wasn't on there wasn't that moment where they had a comeback game. They've always dominated their games. So
yeah,
it will be interesting to see what you find there. I like Juju Smith-Schuster alternate 25 yards.
Schedule and see.
You like Juju alt yards, 25 yards plus
No, I
165.
don't like Juju Hollywood's.
He could get one catch. He did it in the Bills game and he did it in the Texans game, I
True.
believe.
That's
Um,
true. The the Commanders were up like 7-3 on him. Does that count?
no, no.
Okay.
Chiefs play a lot of man. AJ has done
The
much better against man than zone this
Saints.
year for whatever's that worth. I don't love any of the receiving props for the Eagles. They're not going to want to throw it at all. So Jalen Hurts
Okay.
under is looking
Just
good.
go with Hamlin Barkley.
Yeah, Hammer and Barkley. Um, the real question is, if you believe that the Eagles are going to win this game, do you just simply bet Saquon MVP? Is that the best bet if you believe the
What are
Eagles
the
are going to win?
odds?
I think it's 350. I might be mistaken though. Let me confirm in 2 seconds.
I know DraftKings had position of MVP for some reason.
Oh, I don't like that. That's
I
dumb.
don't know why I can't just bet whoever it is. I don't know.
All right, here we
Depends on
go.
how risky it is.
250 plus 250 for Saquon Barkley to win the MVP. Oh man, I love that. I think if you're just gonna take the Eagles, I think there's no way that it's his birthday. Like, come on, give me these narratives, man. Um,
If you're gonna do that, you might as well bet 5+ touchdowns.
oh no, that is not true. That is not good gambling advice. Do not listen to Chris there.
Almost
um,
15,000.
you'll make bank. Um,
I wonder if he's
so
ever even had 4.
in one game, yeah, I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt it. So,
No, he hasn't had 5.
I mean, yeah, can you parlay the Super Bowl MVP with it? No, you can't. That sucks. Um, I like the Saquon touchdown or Saquon MVP if you think he's gonna win. I like his over on yards. And I think the last question for Saquon is, will he break the Super Bowl rushing record, 165 rushing
B.
yards
Smith.
for it's plus
No, it's like
500.
200.
No, no, the Super Bowl record, the Super Bowl game record.
Yeah.
FanDuel had it at
Probably
165.
no, Timmy Smith. 204.
Well, then why does it have? Why? All right, let me find where this was. I don't know why it lied to me then, because it has it
I only know
has.
that because Timmy Smith he was a Redskin.
All right. Oh, they have, dude. What the hell? Sorry. Now I'm looking at this, and there's so much more stuff I can bet on. Where was this 20 minutes ago? Um. All right. Let's. Where? What was I looking for again? The.
Super Bowl record.
Yeah, dude. There's Super Boost now. What? Okay. Um. Yeah, the Super Bowl record. I can't find it here now. All right. Let me. You Googled it though, and that's it.
It's 204, yeah.
Why did they? Why did they lie to me? Yeah, 204. Why the hell is that a thing? I don't know, but if you get it,
Misinformation right there.
yeah, no, FanDuel just completely lied to me. It said on the thing, it said break the Super Bowl record plus 500. Huh. Oh well, but I guess 165 yards is plus 500. If you really think he's gonna have a big game, I like that. All right. I think it's time to do Gatorade if that's all
I
we
have
got.
2 more. So
Okay.
Barkley touchdown is minus 190. I'm taking that.
Okay.
I think that's free. I don't care that it's a big minus. And then lineman to score a touchdown is plus 1,600 for what it's worth.
It's definitely worth $1 to make 16.
It's
Like,
gotta be the
definitely worth
Chiefs.
$1. Yeah,
The Eagles aren't
the Eagles don't do it.
like they score so easily anyway.
Yeah, they don't need to mess around in the red zone. It will have to be the Chiefs. Maybe Joe Thuney. We were just talking about him. Maybe he's the one
There you go.
getting this touchdown. So an interesting one. Playoff leaders right now. We're leading the playoffs in receiving is Diami Brown. He is currently leading it. Yep. And to end the Super Bowl, can you while I'm saying this, can you look up how much Dallas Goedert has in the playoffs versus Diami Brown real quick? To end the Super Bowl with more receiving yards than Dallas Goedert, it is plus 350 for Diami Brown to do that. So you can make some money off the Commanders this week by not having them play. So if you think that Dallas Goedert gets under, I think it's 40 something yards, and bet Diami Brown to be the playoff leading receiver at plus 350. It's a good hedge. And honestly, really, if you really want to make some money here, you do Dallas Goedert alt over and then do Diami Brown plus 300. You get yourself a little hedge there.
Is that like a guaranteed make money situation?
You would have to line it up correctly. Did you get the yardage by any chance?
I'm looking at Diami Brown right now. Goddard has 188. Diami has 42. Diami has 229. So 12, 41. He needs 42 yards.
So you won't be guaranteed to make the same amount of money because Dallas Goedert's line is already 50. But
yeah,
if you want to hedge, you can hedge and make some money there. You're just not making a lot if Dallas Goedert wins, but that's okay. If he doesn't get it, then you get a bunch from Diami Brown. All right. All right. I like this. Anything for the kickers that you like? I thought Jake Elliott.
Longest field goal and stuff. That's all. Just guessing.
Yeah, it's just guessing.
Lineman to score a touchdown.
I thought it was funny that Jake Elliott has exactly one less point than Harrison Butker on their over/under points because of they're guareteeing like a missed extra point in there.
Yeah,
really funny.
You missed one against the Commanders and they scored 1 billion touchdowns.
I was gonna say, and I think I like that. It's 6.5 for Jake Elliott. I like that. I think he can get 6.5 pretty easily. As long as they don't score, as long as they don't score 5 touchdowns and never kick an extra or kick a field goal. All right, let's check out the comments before we go into the NBA trade deadline. So, okay, New Orleans 15-12, Cleveland 20-16, Washington 26-18, Carolina 22-16 were all fourth quarter comebacks by Jalen Hurts this season. So the biggest one would be against Washington.
Comeback. They were up like 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter.
This is what Thomas is telling me. It doesn't say. Yeah, they scored those 2 touchdowns in. Huh?
The Panthers doesn't count.
No, neither does New Orleans and neither does Cleveland. Neither does Cleveland. Like I think that's what he's trying to say here is that all of these were not large deficits. If Saquon breaks the rushing record, Eagles would have to have catastrophic failures to lose, or Mahomes would have to go bar for bar. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, those are final scores. Okay, my bad. Those aren't the comeback scores. Those are the final scores from their comeback.
Right, but the Washington game, they weren't like they could not have been down more than
like 3 points.
I don't think it was more than 7-3.
Yeah, no, these aren't large comebacks. I don't think that was the point of these. I think he was just trying to show where the comebacks were coming from.
I'm not going to count any of those.
All right. So those are our props. A lot of props in here. I think another prop I didn't write down, but I don't know what the odds are. Mahomes taking 1.5 sacks. I like that. I think he takes some sacks this game. Mahomes rushing props are always good in the Super Bowl. He always rushes the best in the Super Bowl. We didn't really talk too much about them, but I do like his rushing props in these. The odds aren't great though, which is like you get minus 170 for 25 yards. Like that's not great at all. But I'd sprinkle some in there if you have the cheddar to do it. I agree. All right, let's go to is that everything? I think we covered everything.
Yeah, Gatorade.
Yeah, all right, Gatorade time. The Gatorade's odds colors are drastically in favor of purple. Not drastically, but they feel like there's really an edge on purple here. It's
What
been
is it?
purple. The purple is plus 195. Yellow, green, and lime is plus
It's
230.
195.
Orange is plus 440. These are all FanDuel. Pink and red, 850. Blue, 7. And water slash clear is 1,000.
What do
I,
we like?
so they've had purple the past couple years. They, I don't know why, it's purple the past couple years. The Eagles, on Pardon My Take, they talked to Lane Johnson. He said that
Yes.
they have green. That's what they have in their jugs. So if you think the Eagles are going to win, I'm assuming that they're going to have green. Um, and then I don't know the Chiefs. I think the last time it was orange. The Chiefs beat the Bucks. I think it was orange.
I don't hate orange.
I don't hate orange either. Um, it's something about purple this year. I think somebody knows something. I think there's an edge. Like why the hell is it going to be
We just
purple?
take it then?
Yeah, I think we take purple and call it a day. Um, and then maybe hedge a little with lime and green.
Hedge the freaking Gatorade color.
I think if you're taking a shot though, if you're taking a shot, I think you got to go clear. Get some water
I
in there.
always like clear.
Yeah, like because either team could have
You
like they could
know.
just take the wrong jug too and just dump them with clear with the
Right,
water.
yeah.
So I think clear is a good odds there too. I like that.
I don't hate it.
All right, let's go to the NBA trade deadline, man. A lot of stuff has happened in the NBA. The trade deadline really took over Super Bowl media week. Um, Props to the NBA. They need these little wins like this after the hijacking of Christmas Day from the NBA or from the NFL. I feel like this was a good little revenge. And it wasn't because, the trade deadline wasn't like Saturday at 3. It wasn't even Friday, but they took over all the media week. And maybe because we're in the social media era and every player is everywhere all the time, that media week doesn't really matter anymore. But I remember when we were growing up, I felt like media week was actually like important. I feel like people actually did stuff of importance on media week. Am I wrong?
I mean, the only thing that I can think of is the Marshawn thing.
Yeah, pants
That
to
was in
Sarah, so
media
you're
week,
fine.
right?
Yeah, that was media week.
Yeah.
That's true. So I guess it
And
really has
then
always been kind of
Barstool
pointless.
sneaking into it. But I don't know. I thought it was funny that James Winston was there.
Yeah, I did see that Jameis Winston was there. I saw they had a boat for some reason. Um, but then Jimmy Butler got traded, so I started
Actually,
focusing on that again.
yeah.
Um, what were you saying before I get into these trades? I don't want
I
to
don't
cut you off.
understand like why everyone just goes down there, and I guess it's like kind of cool that the whole media is down there for Radio Row all week, but I don't understand it. Like Jane Daniels is down there doing interviews. Like, why is he down there? Miles Garrett was there doing interviews, so I don't know. I don't get any of that.
Yeah, it's just like an NFL like love week, I
Pretty
guess.
much, yeah.
Yeah. So it's good. And so it was nice that the NBA got some traction there. And we're gonna break down the trades. The biggest one last night. The why isn't bro? Are you kidding me? Sorry, this is a bad podcasting. But the NBA app or the NBA website doesn't have the Jimmy Butler trade on it. It has every other trade but the Jimmy Butler trade. So that's cool. But Jimmy Butler got traded from the Heat to the Golden State Warriors. Um, I'm trying to find the full details if you have them up. I know they traded Andrew Wiggins. They traded Dennis Schroeder. They traded, um, come on, those up. Where's it at? There's so many of these little deals. I can't see it. Oh, here we go. All right. So the Heat receive Andrew Wiggins, Kyle Anderson, PJ Tucker, and a protected first round pick. Um, and the Warriors got Jimmy Butler. There's two other teams involved, the Jazz and the Pistons. Don't ask me how they got involved, how these players work out. It's all salary, but they're getting players too.
The Jazz just like get themselves into every trade.
Oh yeah,
Like, they were in the
yeah,
Luka trade too.
yeah. Well,
They
But
didn't
that's
even
one
know
thing
it, right? Until
I was gonna
half
say.
an hour.
One update on the Luca trade is the Jazz. Imagine getting that call. It's like, oh, who'd we help out? Like, who? What was this trade? Oh, yeah, you just helped Luca go to the Lakers.
Yeah.
Damn it. Um. Anyways, so that was the biggest trade that happened last night. And immediately Jimmy Butler. We were talking about it. He had nowhere to go. Didn't want to go to the Warriors. He wasn't going to sign the extension. I guess that there was a deal in place that Kevin Durant was going to go to the Warriors. The Heat were going to get uh, all the same stuff that they just got, and the Suns were going to get Jimmy Butler instead of the Warriors, and Kevin Durant was going to go to the Warriors. Kevin Durant blocked that, doesn't want to go back to the Warriors. Power to the players. Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, saving the Suns from making just more stupid mistakes. If they had Jimmy Butler, they would just be a worse team than they were right now, um, and they would be in shambles. But so now Jimmy Butler signs the extension with the Warriors, $60 million a year for the next 2 years. I mean, Curry's got a nice. He's got
I
a.
saw that and I like couldn't even believe it.
I
I
know.
just assumed it was 4 years. 4 years,
Thank
40
God.
million.
Thank God it wasn't. But I mean, I guess you'd rather pay him the big number for 2 years than have him for 4 years.
Mhm.
But you now have a co-star with Steph Curry again. He has been on these lifeless teams since the 2022 championship run. They haven't been able to figure out how to get them competitive again. Here is hopefully their solution. I guess if you're a Warriors fan, hopefully they kept a lot of their young pieces still. They didn't have to really trade up any young guy for this Heat trade, and I guess that's because of Jimmy Butler's antics. They weren't gonna. Steve Kerr wasn't gonna give up Pudzinski or I just want to call him the cum bucket, but what's Kaminga? Um, or Kaminga for this trade, and they didn't need to because of Jimmy's antics. And I think they actually got a pretty good deal here. Um, I think I think they're objectively much better than they were. They have a great co-star next to Steph Curry. I think it should work out for them.
But like, what's the ceiling?
That's the
Like, they
key.
can't go to the finals.
Are we getting playoff Jimmy? Are we getting Steph Curry locked in? Like if we get those two things, who knows what the ceiling could be? Um, I don't know. They still have flaws. I mean, there's no shooting on the team. There's zero shooting besides Steph Curry.
Yeah.
And I guess when you have Steph Curry, like the rest of the shooting can kind of fall into line. But Jimmy Butler's not a 3-point shooter. He's more of a 2-point mid range specialist. He's a dog in the playoffs. He's going to play great defense for you. You still have Taron Jackson Davis. You still got Draymond Green. Those guys can't shoot. They're good defensively and they're gonna be good in the playoffs. But I think you're right. I don't think the ceiling is the finals. I don't think the ceiling can be past any team that scores over 120 a game. I just don't think they're gonna be able to keep
Right.
up. So I don't know what it does for their ceiling this year, but I think it definitely it lifts up their floor for the next two.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, yeah, I feel like it's more of a let's see what
Keep
happens
yeah, and I
next
think it's
offseason.
And I also think it's hey, we're never going to trade Steph Curry. We're never going to blow this
Mhm.
up.
We
He's
might as
going
well
to,
just try
yeah,
to keep.
just try to keep the ball rolling
Yeah, I guess so.
because he's never going to Charlotte, guys. We're never sending him to Charlotte. He's going to
Right.
die a Warrior. Um, and yeah, you might as well maximize him as much as you can because he doesn't want to leave. I'm sure if in the next 3 years, if they weren't, I mean, next year, if they weren't competitive, he'd maybe want to try to get out of there. But
Mhm.
you gotta try to pamper the star, and that's what you do. I like it. So um, I didn't hate that deal at all. An interesting one, kind of like who cares, but Raptors got Brandon Ingram from the Pelicans. They traded Bruce Brown, Kelly Olynyk, a first and a second for Brandon Ingram. Didn't have to give up a lot. Brandon Ingram doesn't play a lot. He hasn't really stand up to his potential as what we thought he was going to be. But
I'll just think Durant.
he's no baby Kevin Durant. But he is a fringe all star. He'll make all star reserves at some point again in his career, I'm sure. 22 points a game scoring. It gives the Raptors, I guess, some life. They don't have a direction still. They don't know if they want to tank or be good or be bad. So it's kind of another nowhere move for the Raptors, but at least you get a 22-point game scorer, I guess. Like that's kind of where I'm landing on it.
Yes. Yeah. I just yeah. I don't know where the direction that team is because it's like I think I there's a headline that said that they're just building around Scotty Barnes, and that's great and all, but I would ask the same question that I would ask about the Warriors. It's like his team feels like it would peak as a 5 seed.
Exactly. I saw a great one. It was like the play-in all-stars all on the
Yeah,
Raptors.
that's right.
Um,
The super
what
play-in team.
what bothers me is I understand building around Scotty Barnes and wanting to build around Scotty Barnes, but then you get two players that are almost exactly like what you want Scotty Barnes to be. You have uh
Yeah,
you have RJ Barrett, who in his peak or what you'd want him to be is like a Scotty Barnes. And then you have Brandon Ingram, who is this taller, skinnier, does all the same stuff that Scotty Barnes does. So it's it's a weird team. It seems like they got three of the same players, and they're all like
yeah.
relatively.
I mean, they're also all young though,
Yeah, and
which
that's what I was gonna
always
say.
is
Yeah,
something.
yeah, they're all under 30. All can be quote unquote all stars. Maybe not RJ Barrett. I don't think he could be an all star.
Oh,
But like Scottie Pippen's been one before. Brandon Ingram's been one before. Um, you're definitely raising. I guess I don't know what you're raising. You're raising your floor for no reason. I don't know. I think that's the key. So you're just raising your floor for no reason.
it kind of just seems like a move where you're just acquiring players for the sake of acquiring good players.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Where there's not necessarily a fit in mind. But
yeah. Like
those three
deal with it
guys want to play
later.
at the same time doesn't make any sense to me.
No, exactly. And it's in. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's like a get a good player and we'll see what we can do with him later. Maybe we can flip
Yeah.
him. Maybe we can re-sign him. Whatever. Um, the other trade that happened last night, another big trade. The Lakers were not done. We knew they needed a center, so they went out and got Mark Williams from the Hornets. They traded Dalton Connect, the rookie that everyone loved, Cam Reddish, the 2023 unprotected first, and the 2030 pick swap. There's no Anthony Davis in this trade, but picks wise, they gave up more than they did for Luka Doncic.
Crazy.
Mark Williams is younger than Dalton Connect. Cam Reddish sucks. Um, Dalton Connect. Sorry, that was a shot. That was a mean shot.
No,
Dalton Connect.
I mean, we did been doing the Cam Reddish thing on like 5 different teams. So
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think
We've done this. We've done this song dance.
it's been
Um,
enough years where we can.
and Dalton Connect is a good, promising rookie. He's 24 though. He plays. He's basically Luca, like like if not, not good Luca, but like he's like Walmart Luca. Um, like
Not even like dollar
yeah,
general.
yeah. I got that's a better point. Like Goodwill, honestly, because he just shoots. He doesn't pass or rebound like Luca does. Um, but he's a ball handler, and we talked about how they have Reeves, Connect,
It's
and
fat.
Luca now, and LeBron. So they had to get rid of a ball handler. Um,
Yeah.
it's a great trade. I think the Hornets, it's actually a great trade for them too. Williams he's eligible for contract extension, so they would have had to been working for him. He hasn't played a lot of games. When he does play, he's pretty dominant out there. He has the longest reach in the NBA. He has a 9.9 wingspan, longer than Wembanyama, which is insane. Him catching lobs from Luca and LeBron will be fun, but the only concern is this is a classic Lakers player that they trade for, and then he like never suits up. That's what I would be concerned about.
Yeah.
Is that he just never suits up. We never see him out there like Vanderbilt the past 3 years, where it's like, oh, if we can get Vanderbilt healthy in the playoffs, maybe we can win the championship. And I'm worried that that's kind of what it's going to be like with Mark Williams. But again, Mark Williams is like 22 years old. He has time to hopefully push past those injury
Maybe.
allegations, and yeah, and just hopefully be a dominant center for them. And it's what's crazy is that they got a franchise superstar and a franchise center in one trade deadline.
Or a couple of picks
Yeah,
and an aging center.
yeah,
Crazy. It really
yeah,
is crazy. And you're right about Mark Williams. Like, who knows? In 3 years, we could be doing this thing with. We're
yeah.
still
Well,
talking
he's
about
played
what it
20
could look
games.
like if he's
Yeah,
out there. Right. If he is out there, it seems like a perfect fit, at least on paper.
it does, and it seems like it really evens out this team. Um, it really like not only did this save the Lakers for the future, but this has saved the Lakers for this current season. And
Oh yeah.
if they get the pieces together, if they get a healthy Mark Williams, who knows what they could do? They could like this is not just this is not like the other moves that we were talking about. This raises your ceiling to win an NBA Finals.
And look who went to the finals last year. Now he has LeBron.
Yeah,
It is weird that this is not LeBron's team anymore.
no, it's Lucas. It's gonna be so much fun watching them play. It's gonna be insane. So the Wizards did some moves here, and they did a couple different moves. So I'm gonna lay out what the Wizards did, um, just straight up, just all their moves at once. So out for the Wizards, Kyle Kuzma, Jonas Valanciunas, PBJ, Jared Butler, Marvin Bagley, Johnny Davis, and 5 second-round picks.
It's so many second round picks.
I know, so many. And then Chris Middleton is Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, who, if you don't know who it is, first round pick in this year's draft, 19 years old, 6'5". Who knows what he could be? Marcus Smart, some guy named Colby Jones, Alex Len, a first round pick this year, a first round pick next year, a 2028 swap, and 2 seconds. That is a fantastic trade deadline for your Washington Wizards. You bring in old winning vets like Chris Middleton and Marcus Smart. They might buy out one of the two. I think they want to keep Chris Middleton though. They said for like
that's what I read. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah. So I think they're keeping Chris Middleton, which I like. I thought Chris Middleton got done so dirty by the Bucks. How the hell do you trade a champion for Kyle Kuzma? And then
Kyle Kuzma is a champion.
I know, but he's on bubble champion. They got rid of all the players that don't play for them or that they wanted to get rid of in Jonas Valanciunas. And they got all these guys Chris Middleton's going to help them this year, probably then once his contract's out, go to greener pastures. AJ Johnson will be on the team for next 5 years, 10 years, who knows how long. Marcus Smart will probably not be on the team for long, but that's okay. And then you have 3 firsts to deal with and 2 seconds. Just that's how you reload.
Could you not love it? Yeah.
That's how you reload. And
they've committed to the rebuild like no other team maybe ever.
And they've
worked these deadlines and off seasons.
And it's been what we've been looking for as Wizards fans for a long time. It's just blow it up. I don't want any lingering. And I thought the best part about this is we blew it up. We're not going to be. I don't know. I'm still a Celtics fan, but I do love the Wizards.
You can say we.
Yeah, all right, bet. But we still got Jordan Poole. Like I think that's a huge dub that we got to keep him. He's been playing great this season. The chemistry in the locker room is much better than it has been. And I think
man's gone.
Yeah, Kuzma, dude. I'm so glad we don't have to. And we're going to see the Wizards on Monday, so
we are
exciting stuff.
They've won 3 in a row, by the way.
Yeah, they won 3 in a row.
Which for a normal NBA team is not that it's not that crazy, but they were 6-41.
Yeah,
and they've won 3 in a row. So literally a third of their wins this season have come in the last week.
If they capture the flag, it's a whole new era. In
That's
Washington.
The thing.
They have to capture the flag.
And it sucks. Like the lottery, when the more you think about it, and like when you're actually in it, the lottery sucks. I don't understand why it's only 14%. Like they're so bad.
Yeah,
it's not fair.
No, it's really not fair. It's really terrible. Like the fact that the Pelicans got Zion Williamson that year, the Knicks were awful. Yeah. The Knicks were terrible.
When the Spurs getting Wemby.
Yep.
They were not the worst team.
No.
It was the Pistons, right? Should have been the
Pistons. Yeah, the Pistons should have been it, yeah. Well, the Pistons got the 5th pick like 3 years in a row, and they should have had the first pick. And they've made most of it.
The number 1 pick like 7 times for no good reason.
Yep.
One of them was Anthony Bennett, in all fairness, but the other was Kyrie.
And then LeBron.
So, yeah, it's stupid. Yeah. Well, I think that was pre-lottery.
No, that was lottery.
No?
Yeah, they got him. Yeah,
2003?
yeah, I'm pretty sure that there was.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
anyway, it's
yeah,
stupid
no,
that we
the
only have
Otter.
a 14% chance to get Cooper Flag when they should have
Yeah, but
a
that. All right, so this is what
98% chance to get him.
you're thinking of. Back in the day, though, the top three teams had a 22% chance to win the first pick, and then it went fourth got it was like the odds were different. So now it's like the eighth pick has like way higher of a percentage to get the
Yeah,
first
but you
pick.
paid like everyone's in the dance. That's stupid.
Yeah, it is pretty
So
ridiculous.
stupid. They had
All
like
right.
a 48% chance to get the fifth pick. Such garbage. But oh well, we'll deal with that when it comes. Already nervous about it because I want to like I watched the Wizards barely at all this year. I want to care about them.
No,
And Cooper Flag
Cooper
is.
Flags.
I would watch games.
Oh, I'd get season tickets. I'd get season tickets for you, Cooper Flag. I guess the only other like big-ish deals, DeAndre Hunter going to the Cavs is supposed to be a big
Yeah.
deal. He's a good defensive stopper. He's a good fit for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I just don't think it's going to be enough for what they're actually looking for. I mean, Hunter's good, but he's kind of been a disappointment. Much better defensively than he is offensively. And I guess this Cavs team doesn't need a lot of offense, but I don't know. He does shoot 46% on shooting, so that'll definitely help them in the playoffs. And Georgie Yang, Karis LeVert, these are guys you don't want to play in the playoffs, especially when you're facing the Celtics. You definitely want a guy like Hunter out there instead. So I like that. And then the Hawks traded Bogdan Bogdanovic to the Clippers for Terrence Mann, Bones Highland, and 3 second-round
Does
picks.
he get traded every single deadline?
Terrence Mann or Bones Highland or both?
Bogdanovich.
Oh, Bogdanovic. I feel like he's been on the Hawks. Yeah, one of the Bogdanoviches has to go. I think that's in the CBA that one of the Bogdanoviches has to go. I think like the Hawks just need to do these middling deals too. I think that's part of it. Like they just need the guys that they've been
trade deadline that affects nobody.
Yep, that doesn't really not even just their own team, but doesn't really affect the other team that they're getting the lights go out.
Not the power. I think my it's plugged into my laptop. I think
No,
my laptop just
that was just funny. It just looked like the lights went out.
not my other laptop, the USB. This one doesn't.
Oh, okay.
But just ride it out in the dark.
Yeah, no worries. We're almost done, anyways.
Almost done.
Yeah, and then I don't know. The Hawks are weird. They're a strange team. Another team that doesn't really have a direction. I guess they're going to build around Trey and who do they? Dyson Daniels and who they got injured, Jalen Johnson. But so I guess they got a future, but it's
they exist sometimes.
Yeah, they're a forgetful team.
Them and the Bulls.
Bulls are so.
At least the Bulls are like trying to make moves now.
Yeah, they're trying to get bad.
Vucevic didn't go anywhere, right?
Nope, Vucevic didn't go anywhere. Really, he's the biggest. I think he's the biggest name that didn't get traded because like we ended up with all the superstars that we all thought were going to get traded ended up getting traded, which is
Durant is a possibility.
I never believed that Durant. Yeah, that's just a personal one. I didn't believe any of that. All right, I think that's
Malcolm Brogdon did not get traded. Stars.
No, it's funny. The Wizards now have a couple unks on the team. Chris Middleton, Malcolm Brogdon, Marcus Smart. They got some old heads up there. That'd be good.
Johnny Davis had to go.
Is it? The Johnny Davis
is awful.
The Johnny Davis era was so awful. Okay, Bucks got Kevin Porter Jr. I don't know how much that helps them. I guess a ball dominant point guard. That's about all I got. But it was a fun trade deadline. Felt like a lot of stuff happened. Felt like it was very, very engaged. Yeah, I feel like we did need that. We're gonna have Aaron Barton on after the Super Bowl recap, and then we'll break down everything. So, but first we gotta make it through the Super Bowl. So hopefully you all enjoyed. Hopefully we win some money on these prop bets, and see everyone on